can move it here, boom, to knock him off balance. Now, you touch the floor, hips up, right leg.
Hey, my name is Calvin. My name is Kevin.
And I'm Ricky, also known as Malandro. And we are here in Atlanta at the Welsh Experience. We specialize in martial arts, self-defense, and wellness.
And he's about to give us a tour before we do a quick lesson with him. So I'm gonna get behind the camera while we do the tour.
Hey, what's up everyone? Come on in. We're gonna take a little bit tour of the place.
Yes.
No mind Meia.
Yes. Those offered beverages. So that's one awesome experience I'm having so far.
It's all about the refreshments. So here we have our locker rooms, restrooms, you know, the usual stuff. But here's where a lot of the magic happens. Come take a look at our space here. This is our main training room. On one side, specialized on the Capoeira, where we have the 3 rodas, the 3 circles. And then on the other side, we have the heavy bags for la boxe française, savate, jeet kune do, kali, and also tai chi as well.
It's freaking awesome. This is incredible.
Also, if you want to stay fit, we have classes in martial fitness as well, to like get your heart rate up as well.
What kind of stuff do you do in that class? Like martial fitness class? So.
Well, martial fitness is a fitness program that was developed by my cousin Sifu Suli that utilizes different martial arts techniques that are low impact, that keeps your heart rate at a certain point to increase your fat burning.
Low impact?
Yes.
Why is it low impact?
Because we wanted to make sure that anyone of any age would be able to participate.
Oh, that's amazing. All right, cool. So you gotta save those joints. You
Yes.
gotta be able to keep using them as you go.
And my cousin Sifu Suli was also featured on Atlanta's The Biggest Loser, where they came and did, I believe, like a month or so of the martial fitness program, and it produced really good results.
Yeah.
That is pretty amazing right there.
He's an incredible human being. Just an awesome martial artist, a gentleman, all of those things. Hey, what style is this?
Mantis.
Mantis.
So we have 2 other rooms upstairs. One right now is for women's self-defense, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu classes going on, and then the other one is Wing Chun. So we're gonna try to be a little discreet.
Oh yeah, this one backwards this time.
One more time.
Here's Sifu Suli. Let's come on out, so just ask you a little bit of stuff, and then we're gonna take a look at the Wing Chun room that he can better explain further.
Okay. This is our Wing Chun room. We train close quarter martial arts, trapping, infighting, reflex training, kind of the whole 9. We have the mukjongs, which are 2 structural training tools for footwork and angling and body position, not beating your limbs to a pulp. It's not conditioning the hands or making your body harder. It's really more for structure and footwork. It gets people's attention a lot. The guandao and the 2 lukting bung bungs are the 8-foot pole, and the saber, long saber that are used in Chinese martial arts. And there's an 8-foot pole for Wing Chun also.
That's
Wall bags are for infighting. Again, not for heavy contact, but for speed. And they move when they're struck, which is why they're not bolted to the wall. They swing. Yeah, and then obviously the leather's nicer for beginners, and the canvas is once you're experienced, because you're not supposed to be dragging your hand. But if you do when you're first learning, the leather will be a little bit nicer, where after about 10 punches here, you rip the skin right off. So we have 2 canvas and 4 leather.
Would you be able to demonstrate maybe 1 or 2 punches on the bag for us?
So it's a roll. It's a roll. Top knuckle never making contact. Penetrating with the bottom 3. Where a beginner might do this, because the punch is done in a circle. So naturally people think where you want to. Like that. Just a few.
Oh, right, that's incredible.
12, 15 times in a second is what your average for. Yes, 12 to 15 punches in a second. That's the goal.
Thank you for it.
Thank you.
And then also, as I was saying before, we have a women's self-defense class that's going on in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and we'll have a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu program here
Starting June 1st.
Starting June 1st. Also yoga.
Mixed and women. Women only and mixed.
Also, we have yoga, and then I was giving them a little bit of a heads up, a brief description of the martial fitness program that you yourself developed.
Yeah, it's a trademark program for fitness training. So it's more on the fitness than the martial, but the martial is in the name because all of the training matrices involve movements from martial art. But there's no partner work. So there's no emphasis on self-defense or what you do when, fill in the blank. It's all on fitness. So movements from 8 different martial arts systems are constantly incorporated into 6 sections, but the workouts never repeat. So I do hold a US trademark on that. It's called Martial Fitness. It's been around about 10 years.
And we have in-person and virtual classes as well.
Yes, I forgot about the monitors in every room, or because we still have people when they travel now. COVID-19 was good for us because it expanded our reach. We weren't limited to students in Atlanta, so every week we have at least 3 or 4 people who train virtually, out of state, some in state if they can't get downtown. Now they don't have an excuse, they just log on, so we keep that going. Yeah, so we had to upgrade the screens. I used to do it on my laptop, and I'm like, you get it? And run over here, did you get it? I can't see you, did you get it? Now I just put them right there, so it's good.
Oh, that is incredible.
But yeah, we made that a part of each room. I'm glad you mentioned that. That did not exist in our prior studio. So
It's beautiful inside and in the clouds.
thank you. She's teaching. I'm just getting thrown.
Can I borrow you, sir?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
So for this one, I'm just going to grab you.
Cool. So everything else like that's upstairs is like just office spaces because we also have taxes and financial advisory. We also have yoga, Pilates, and acupuncture and body work as well. But here we're just looking at the martial spaces.
Awesome.
All right.
Cool. So I'm ready for this lesson.
I am too. You ready?
Got to warm up first. All right, y'all, so we're about to get into the lesson here with Ricky, but first. All right, now I'm ready.
Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna get started, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna start with a capoeira training. Now I'm gonna select just a few basic movements. We're gonna start off with the ginga, but first I need to get my music, all right? So, you guys chill right there so I can get my music.
Yes, sir.
So, there are a few different lineages. I don't like to say styles, but a few different lineages of capoeira. What I'm going to take you guys through today is capoeira regional that comes directly from Master Bimba. So the techniques you guys are going to learn today were taught to me by his son, Master Nenel. Okay, so we're passing down the lineage. So we're going to start with the ginga. And with the ginga is the basic movement in capoeira. Ginga means to sway. So you're going to start here with your feet in middle base, kind of parallel. Light bend in the knees. You're going to take your right foot, put it straight back. A lot of times when people start to move side to side, they go here and cross the leg. You don't want to do that. You want to keep your hips forward and then step your leg straight back and stay on your balls of your feet, almost like a runner who's about to shoot out of the blocks here so that you can rock back and forth. And then you have the beat that's going there. 1, 2, that's going to be the beat here. Nice and relaxed. There. And then from here, if our right leg is back, we're going to have the right arm is up. Now, many different schools have their arm in different locations. Some of them are like here, some of them here. For me, I like to make sure that the shoulder is relaxed, and then you kind of have your forearm as a seat belt. So if there's anything coming this way, it's easily deflected, or down here, you can have it here. So this is more so a neutral position, but the arms are all going to be moving around all the time, basically. Okay, so then we're going to step here into the middle base, and then same time that you switch the leg, you're going to switch the arm here. Okay, and again, you want to make sure that your hips are forward, not crossing over, and staying on the balls of your feet. That makes it easier for you to bounce back and forth. So I'm going to start with my ginga, so you can see how I ginga to the beat, and then you guys can follow me once you feel like you've got it. Okay, so you're going to rock here. And here. 1, 2, 1, 2. And whenever you guys are ready, it's a lot of lightness in the knees. Good. And let's stop here. So we're gonna do the trademark capoeira kick, which is Meia Lua de compasso. Okay. Meia Lua means half moon. Meia, half, Lua, moon. Compasso is a compass. So the half moon of the compass. So we're going to do an entrada. We're going to start our circular momentum with the front foot. So first you're going to place the back foot here, flat, and then step more or less shoulder width. Okay, you don't want to step too much because now your back is given to the other person. Right here, boom. Bending the knees, and you're going to swing your arms going in between your legs. And then our right leg here is going to go up. We're going to hold it here in the middle. A little bit of a workout here. As high as you can go, make sure that heel is parallel to the floor. Now I'm gonna go just so that nobody clips my head. And then all the way here, and then you guys, yes, good. And then back into the ginga. Now this movement, Meia Lua de compasso, I call this the trademark capoeira kick because there are a lot of similar kicks in other art forms, but this one, Meia Lua de compasso, was done a lot in capoeira. Let's stop here. And it's very distinct to capoeira. So, from here, doing our entrada, stepping across, turning the hips, making sure that your fingertips point directly away from your target when you're kicking. A lot of times in a lot of videos, you'll see people over-rotate. Their hands will be here with the head sticking out. Not only does that expose your head to any sort of attack or kick, but then also it makes your kick go off-center or off-target. So as you go, you want your fingertips pointing directly away from the target so that the height of the kick is right there in front. And then as you go around, you relax your body, boom, and then come up, making sure that you are protected. Good.
The question is, as you're going
Yes.
through, is I'm seeing the control that you have as
Yes.
you're going all the way around. How do you keep that control to land back into the ginga?
You squeeze your quads, and this is one of the benefits of capoeira because you get the Brazilian booty, is that you keep the legs straight. Keep your legs straight and you're working your hip flexors, okay? So as I go, as you can see from this example here, boom, and then I lift as high as I can go, and I'm also centered here. So I can go here and just take my hands off the floor, and then place, and then I relax my hip flexors and go all the way around. Boom. Another name, older name for this technique is called Habujiahaya, which is the stingray tail. Okay, so you see that there's more of a whip and less of a hook because you don't want to throw your kick and hook like this because that throws off your rotation. In capoeira, a lot of the spinning kicks are like a bat, like your leg is straight like a bat. So from here, just a little bit more momentum here, boom, and there, okay, and then back, okay. So I'm going to be a little bit in front just so that no accidents with your legs are almost as long as mine. So we're going to ginga. Let's do 4 Meia Lua de compassos, okay? And then I'll count it in Brazilian Portuguese. So we're going to go 1, 2, and 3, and go. Nice and easy. And then back into the ginga. From here, 1, 2, and 3. Good. 1, 2, 3. Last one. 1, 2, 3, and 5. Good. Shake it out. Are you ready to hit some targets?
Oh, yes,
Okay,
absolutely. Doesn't like hitting stuff.
All right, so now we're going to work on the execution and accuracy of the Meia Lua de compasso. Hold this for me. Okay. All right, so more or less hold it up like so. Good. Putting the strap on your hand for safety.
Smart. I'm sure it's pretty strong.
Good. And then not trying to impress anybody, but just more or less about this height, chin height. Okay. So then as I ginga, boom. Again, want to be a little bit on the outside so that I cross with my entrada and then from here and then up. Okay. So as I ginga and breathing and then land here and then back. When I get ready to go into the Meia compasso, I don't want to make it too evident that I'm about to do the movement. So it should be here. That's why there's a lot of movement. Slow it down just a little bit because I want to make sure that I'm being accurate. And then boom, up. And notice how I land firm so that if I need to, I can come back, boom, or boom. There, okay? All right, so now since you held, you're going to you're going to hold it for your brother and stay in the center of the roda. Very good.
What is a roda?
Oh, a roda is a circle. It literally means wheel. And in Capoeira Regional, when you play Capoeira, you're usually inside of a circle, which are these rodas. And then depending on the training, you might have to stay inside the yellow with a certain velocity of movements, depending on a certain rhythm. Later on, I'm going to play the berimbau, so you guys can hear a few of the rhythms. Or maybe it'll be slow and close to the floor and have to stay inside the yellow. Or it may be faster, but you still have to stay inside of the blue. Because in Capoeira Regional, one of the principles is always play close to your partner. And we say partner rather than opponent because we're training how to attack and defend. In Capoeira, you learn how to fight by first playing. If you can do your movements in a playful manner, trying to trick and tease your partner and even place and do it with control, then letting go on somebody is easy. But we want to learn that control and that playfulness so that we can use our wits rather than force.
Wits rather than force. That needs to go on a t-shirt.
Cool, so let's do about 4 and get behind. Whenever you're ready. Boom. Yep. Good. That's good. No, it's all good.
Oh, we're brothers. I got it.
It's all good. Yeah, boom and boom. Good. Let's lean back or step back just a little bit to a little more space. And then if you can have a little bit more uplift with your hips and the kick, because right now you're taking your time, which is fine, but a little bit more of a higher arc. Again, it's a half moon, that crescent. And up, boom. Yeah, that's good. Good. Last one. Exhale. Yeah, that's good. All right, let's switch.
Now go. Your turn, sir.
Let me get on this side. Good. Okay, let's go just a little bit more so we're kind of centered here. Thank you, sir. Boom. Whenever you're ready, have fun with it. Have fun with it. Boom. That's good.
Too far.
That's good. I tell my students, even if you miss, it still counts. Bam. That's fine. Okay, all right, here we go.
There's 2 more. I'm just saying, if this was a one-on-one game,
So
I didn't even move.
So I guess my question is,
Yes.
because it's disorienting when your head is so far away from the
Yes.
target. How do you aim?
Practice. Just like if you're doing any sort of spinning kick, if you have your spinning, back kicks, and so on and so forth. The benefit of like constant capoeira training is that it increases your equilibrium because we do a lot of inverted upside down movements that people are not used to seeing. So if I'm like this here, and then from here, it doesn't make a lot of, it's not very evident to the other person that I'm preparing my movement, where if I'm like, just like this, usually speaking is gonna be something, but for me to bring my head down like this.
It's like, what's he about to do?
And then the leg up like this, that is really in line with Capoeira's malicia, which is like trickery, because it comes from the Africans being enslaved, and again, they have to use their wits more so than force. Okay?
Can you show the spin hook kicks and can you hit the target? So we can see the difference.
Oh, the difference, yeah.
So like, I'll hold it for you, and then if you can step in and show the difference. between
Yes.
these here.
I have so spin hook kick.
Like that.
Yeah.
Keep it going straight.
It's the male compasso, yeah? And then back into the Jinga. You got to do both sides.
Yes, and just me holding the target. Like, if we didn't have any capoeira training, we'd be like used to reading the opponents from their head, and like we look down that way, and then surprise. Right? Most people aren't used to that. For
Yes.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So again, like with capoeira, a lot of the kicks, the leg is straight because it just makes it a bat and the whip comes from more so the hips and the hip flexors and your bunda, your butt.
Oh,
okay.
Cool.
Yeah, we're learning. All right, so that's the Meia de compasso. And then now we're gonna do more challenging, okay, upside down. Au is a cartwheel, but now we're gonna kick from the cartwheel, okay? So you're gonna hold it out like so. Good. So from here, we're gonna start on this side. First leg that goes up is going to come down here. And then there, okay? Called au batido. Like bate means to hit. Okay? Here. There. So you see this a lot with senshai in Muay Thai, going upside down as well. But they tend to do one hand like this here, like that. Nothing wrong with that, but you're only on one base, and it's a little bit harder to adapt if someone pushes or you hit something like very solid. Whereas from here, a lot of different options as well. Okay.
Foot to the face right after.
So again, first leg that goes up, I'm looking at the target. All our movements, even though if we're upside down, don't look at the floor. Don't look down unless there's money on the ground. Okay?
Another T-shirt.
Okay. So again here. There. Okay. First one.
Control there.
Okay.
That's a lot of control.
I can't control it.
Yes, it's our turn. My turn.
Yeah,
It's your turn.
Okay, so first, before we try kicking, I'll hold this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, please. All right. So starting more or less on the blue, and then airplane arms. And I know you're very good at acrobatics and everything.
Gotta warm up still.
Yeah. Cool. So you're just going to do your au looking at me. Yeah, that's good. And then going back. Awesome. So now you're going to au and then pause as best you can, and then land on the same side. So sit here, clip, and then down.
Gotcha.
Yep. Hold the position, not your breath. Gotcha. And go ahead. Boom. Boom. Yeah, that's it.
A little better.
All right, yep. Okay, so now, you're good. This leg that leaves the floor is going to do a snap. Okay,
Gotcha.
and then also land on the leg. The reason why I say snap is because it's going to go and then place it rather than here and then go straight to the floor. Okay. It's okay.
Snap.
Try to lift the hips a little bit higher.
So.
Yeah, above your head.
So.
Yeah. There you go. One more time. Good. Point your toes so you're hitting with the instep. If you had on shoes, then yeah, you would flex and hit with the toe.
That's good to know.
I felt the wind on that one. That's okay. And
It's delayed.
a delayed reaction. Boom, boom. See, good. Got to practice what I preach. And strap. Yes, good. Switch. Cut off.
You're at tags.
Tag. Here. Yes, good.
Okay, let's see how this goes.
Here. Yes, good.
Hit it.
And here, up. Good. Awesome. Strong. All right. So we have the Meia de compasso, and we just did au batido. So now we're going to work on a movement. I'm skipping forward a little bit, okay? Because I want you guys to get the full taste of all the aspects. So we have the kick, the Meia de compasso. We have the inverted kick, ao batido, and now we're gonna work on a takedown called Vingachiva, my specialty, okay? So, with the Vingachiva means vengeance. You see this on a lot of, in other martial arts, and they show the movement, the person falls on the floor. In Capoeira, the goal is to, when you fall like a cat on your feet, because the uniform, generally speaking, is white, so we don't fall on our butts. And then you can easily translate that to outside where you fall. Instead of doing a break fall and hitting the concrete, if you fall on your hands and feet and it's easier for you to get up, retaliate, respond, or run away, either one, okay? So that's what we're gonna work on right now. So, let's face.
You said which one's gonna do it?
Okay.
Okay, I'm the victim.
All right. Okay, so from here, just have one leg back, okay? And we're gonna go into it very simple, very simple. So from my Jenga position, exactly staying here, I'm going to stay covered. I'm going to step forward, swinging the leg here behind. And now this arm here is to protect from the knee. Lift up your knee, okay? So that way I don't have to worry about hitting, or even when I send him flying, his legs don't hit me in the face, okay? So this is the movement here, boom, to knock him off balance. Now the last thing you want to do is hold on to me, because by doing that, it's easier for me to fall on top of you. And generally what I do to avoid, as you lean this way, and just hold on, like really strong. If I spin, then that takes away your grip, and then you still fall, okay? All right, so the response is the movement called hesistencia, which means resistance. So solo, as you are, because it's very important for capoeiristas, capoeira practitioners, to know how to fall, okay, which is on our feet. So as I receive the Vingachiva, I'm gonna turn, relax my hips here, boom, and then left leg out, and then hold it. Okay? The other side, if I'm receiving it here, boom, I go with it, boom, hesistencia, my right hand is gonna touch the floor, hips up, right leg out, and then hold it. Okay? So as I place it, nice and easy, you're here, yes. So I'm going in, boom. So you're gonna turn sideways, good, and then lean, instead of leaning to the side, lean back. And you can even lean this leg here, straighten it, good, and then roll. Good. So the stronger my Vingachiva, you can even use my leg. That was there to bump your legs out of the way or to disturb your balance, but then you can use it to help you get away and land safely. Boom, leg out, boom, yeah. Exactly, good. Now staying there, I'm going on this side. And there's also a training where you go here, boom, and here, boom, okay? So I'm placing it here, leaning back, leg out. Good, yes, just like that. And then just one step over, boom, and then stand up. Okay, good, exactly. Lines on my base, one more time. Boom, here, boom. There, that's it. Good, okay? So now that you know how to fall, now you guys are going to execute the movement on each other, okay? Before we do it from Jenga and things like that, we're going to Jenga and we're going to do Armada. So this is one way that we kind of build up to it. As, real quick, you're going to do spin and do Armada here. Whenever you're ready. As it goes, I'm just going to go here and squat down. Then from here I slightly come up, and 1, 2, and then leg out, bam, that's it, okay? Now, of course, later on, we want to shorten that window of entrance, right? So same thing, if you're doing your Armada. Boom. So I'm there before his leg even lands, but we're just going to keep it basic for right now. Okay, basic. All right. All right, so you are going, Kevin, you're going to do the Armada, okay? When he does the Armada, I want you to squat. The reason why we squat down and have our feet flat, because later on, we're also developing flexibility here from this squat, okay? It's an ancient position, not just Asians, but Africans as well, okay? And then by building up that flexibility, you also have that strength to spring up later on when you need to duck under and then spring forward, okay? But we're just keeping it simple again. So with Jenga, we're gonna do one each side. So here, you want this leg to step in as close as possible, boom. And then this arm in front, and this one to protect, good. And then lean back, yep, just like that. And enjoy the ride. Good, okay? Back into the middle, back up a little bit so we stay in the holder. And then now, Kevin, you're gonna do the other side.
There we go.
Boom, and then stay, bam. And then don't get the leg. Yes, good. All right, now we're switching roles. And then, wait there, wait. So, yes, but now it's actually going to be this one.
This one here.
No, here.
Here.
And now swing the leg behind, arm in front, protect your face. Good, and that's it. Yes, good. One more time on the other side. Step forward with your right leg, yep. And then in, other hand, protecting your face. Yes, that's it. That's it. Good. All right. So, again, this movement exists in other martial arts, but I feel it's super, super important with Capoeira to show how to respond, how to fall correctly, rather than, and then you're just on the floor, okay?
Yeah, I think that's really important, especially nowadays when people, like if you're rollerblading or if you're just walking outside, like being able to just catch yourself, because you want to walk home safely.
Definitely.
I fell recently and hit like all these parts. I was like,
Yeah.
oh man.
Yeah, so I feel like with proper and consistent Capoeira training, you can have it be a way of life so that the movements also go into a philosophy of not just knowing how to fall and catch yourself, but in life you don't know what is going to be thrown at you, you don't know when your foundation is going to be swept from under you, and you have no choice over it except for how you choose to react. And in Capoeira, we want to be able to fall well and get up clean and keep on going.
Yeah, clean.
Another shirt.
Hey,
to keep going.
yeah.
It's 3 shirts right there.
Boom. So again, I chose those 3 movements, the Meia de compasso, the batido, and also the Vingachiva, because all of them, I have footage of them being used in MMA because some people will say, oh, that's not effective if I haven't seen it in
We'll throw
MMA.
it up on there.
You know, I haven't seen it in MMA. Well, have you watched every single match in every single country of MMA? Well, no. At the time I went to my friend's house and we ate chicken wings, yeah, I didn't see it, so it's not effective, you know. So anyway, but not only has it been used in MMA, but those movements are very effective and deceptive as well, because it's very difficult to see those types of movements coming depending on what the situation is. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So thank you so much for this lesson. I mean, I know we both thoroughly enjoyed this.
I know
so
when we were
much.
just doing the Jenga, I had this stupid smile stuck in my face.
Yes, we haven't really had Capoeira as our main focus, but it's definitely been something that we've been doing and training and had in our life for a long time. So to learn from you, thank you so much. It's an honor, seriously.
Pleasure's all mine.
And we're gonna sit down with him in a second. Make sure you check out the next and the rest for the interview here with Mr.
Mr. Malandro.